Hey guys, John Lozette here for JM Sports 100. How is it going? The first game of the 2012 NFL season is behind us. Uh, didn't go so well for us personally with the picks. We lost the straight up pick. We lost the spread pick. Or straight up, we picked the Giants, and we picked the Giants to cover the 3.5 for spread that they had, and they did not do that obviously because they did not even win the game. Let's talk a little bit about the game now. I said coming into it that I didn't think the Cowboys were going to play as good as they did. They were beat up. I also said I didn't think Jason. I whiffed a lot on this game, and a lot of people did. I wasn't the only person that said a lot of things. I had heard a lot of things I had said echoed throughout the day today. Jason Witten, nobody felt like he was going to play. He did. Everybody felt like the Cowboys were too beat up to really be extremely effective. They weren't. Uh, Kevin Ogletree is a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. He had a monster game for the Cowboys as he's not locked into the third wide receiver slot, but he definitely made a good bid for that position. 8 receptions, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Ogletree today, including the first touchdown of this NFL season, which was a 10-yard touchdown from Romo to Ogletree. Eli Manning played fairly well. Romo did throw an interception, but he played pretty well for the most part. The offensive line looked a little bit rough. In the beginning of the game, Dallas' offensive line was not getting much of a push on the Giants' defensive line. That kind of changed. I was really impressed with Dallas. I really was. I'm always high on Dallas. I keep waiting for Dallas to break out at some point in time. They're going to. Dez Bryant, I thought, played fairly well tonight. But the big thing that killed the Cowboys was penalties. Big time penalties. 13 penalties for 86 yards for the Cowboys compared to only 4 for 33 yards for the Giants. Both teams turned the ball over once. Like I said, Romo had the interception, which ultimately led to the Giants' field goal, which leads me to another point that I'll talk about in a second regarding something else in the game. They just the Giants only had 269 yards of total offense compared to 433 for the Cowboys. That will hurt you a little bit. What more can you say? Let me see. Dallas, Romo, 22 of 29 for 290. That is not actually correct according to this. So hold on, let me look at something here really quick. 307 yards, 3 touchdowns for Tony Romo is the stats that we have for him. Eli Manning did not throw a pick. Tony Romo, like we said, did. Romo was sacked twice. Eli Manning sacked 3 times. What can you say? I mean, the Cowboys didn't look bad. Here we go. Here's the correct stats. Romo, 22 of 29 for 307 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He was sacked twice for 17 times. DeMarco Murray, I expect big things from DeMarco Murray in that running game this year. He got off to he played fairly well. He had he had 20 carries, 131 yards. So good start for him. Ogletree led, like we said, with 8 receptions, 114 yards. Dez Bryant, I thought he played really well. 4 receptions, 85 yards. Miles Austin, 4 receptions for 73. They did a good job really getting the ball spread around for Tony Romo. Romo did a good job doing it for the team. As far as Eli Manning goes, Manning, 21 to 32, 213 yards. He only had one touchdown. He was sacked 3 times for a combined total of 26 yards. Ahmad Bradshaw, who is going to get a big majority, who is for the first time early in his career, and they said it on the broadcast, the top back for the Giants, with Brandon Jacobs being in San Francisco now. Bradshaw, 17 carries, 78 yards, and a score. The young rookie Wilson had 2 carries for 4 yards, and he did have a fumble as well. Victor Cruz led the receiving core of the Giants, 6 grabs for 58 yards. Speaking of Victor Cruz, I want to talk about him. I said that I've mentioned several times that Tony Romo threw that interception, and the Giants ran it back close to the end zone, and then a horse collar tackle by the Cowboys on the tackle added on some more yards for the Giants. And they tried to run it in, so the Giants ended up with first and goal. First and goal, tried to run it in, can't get it. Second goal, tried to run it in, can't get it. Third and goal, Eli Manning, back to pass. Missing a blatant holding call on that third down led to an incomplete pass, which ultimately led to the Cowboys, which ultimately led to the Giants field goal, which, we don't know what would have happened, but, it was a touchdown game. That right there, could have affected in some way the outcome of the game. The replacement officials tonight, they were definitely flag happy, as they should have been. A lot of the Cowboys penalties were well warranted. A lot of false starts. There was a delay of game in there. There was an unnecessary roughness on Eli Manning, which I didn't think really was, which I didn't think really was. Rough in the passer. I'm sorry, rough in the passer penalty, which I really didn't think was a rough in the passer penalty. On the opening kickoff, they call a clipping and an illegal block in the back. Those are 2 totally different penalties, and the outcomes for it, the yardage for it is also the same. I believe clipping is a personal foul, which is what they called an illegal block in the back is not a personal foul. I believe maybe I'm wrong, but I believe clipping is a personal foul. So, that affected that too. The NFL is going to be in for a long year if we don't get these replacement officials taken care of. What more can you say? I don't want to say that they completely affected the outcome, but you look at that holding call. Now, they even said it on TV, and I'll defend it too, with the formation that the Giants were in on that one third down play, when they missed the blatant holding call. There's like 5 wide, and it's hard for, there's not really enough eyes to see to see everybody. So maybe even the actual officials would have missed the call, but either way, that could have been a big difference between the 3 points that the Giants did end up getting and the 6 points or 7 points of the extra point that they could have gotten had they got the automatic first down on the penalty and got it in for a touchdown. But anyway, nonetheless, we took the loss, so we started 0-1 straight up on the picks. We also started up 0-1 on the spread picks. We needed the Giants to cover by 4. Cowboys get the 24-17 win, so that obviously did not happen. For the first time in, I believe, 9 years, this has been going on for like 12 years, I think, where the Super Bowl champion has hosted the season opener at home on the opening night of the season. I believe this is the first time in 9 years, I believe, that the Super Bowl champion has lost that game. But don't panic yet if you're a Giants fan, obviously. If you're a Cowboys fan, for as beat up as the Cowboys are, and for the most part as good as they played, except for the penalties, I think you've got to be impressed. I really do. Alright, but anyway, guys, just going to do one more quick thing, and then I'm going to wrap this up, because this is getting a little bit long-winded for my liking, so here we go. I just want to quickly say that, like I said, we are 0-1, and I want to give us a look at our updated NFL overall record. 0-1 on the year, like I said, obviously, 300 wins, 181 losses is lifetime record. Of course, we are 0-1 against the spread and 0-1 against the spread lifetime. So there you go, guys. That is going to do it for me. College football pick video for tomorrow's game is up. The rest of the games, where we can see previews and the straight up picks and the spread picks for this weekend's games, that will be posted on Friday. So be sure to check that out. I am John Hummels up for JM Sports 100 and JMSports.org. Not anymore. Damn it, I gotta quit saying that. I'm out. Peace.